Well, hello there, everybody. This is a Comedy Thief, and you're watching Funny Old Guys. And beside me, I want to introduce a favorite of everybody's, Dr. Fat Packer. Say hello.
Yeah, hello there. How is everybody doing? Good to have you here with us today. I want you to laugh a lot, though, please.
And below me is Homeless Charlie. He's actually a guy disguised with this lovely wig, but we know he's a guy because he has this big old hairy mustache. Say hello there, Homeless Charlie.
Well, hello. I'm feeling very much like a female today.
Really? You're identifying with another gender?
For the afternoon, yes.
Oh my
okay.
God. Well,
Is that because they're having a lady special at the bar tonight?
no, it's because his brasiere's on too tight.
2 for 1.
But anyway, we tell jokes and you guys laugh. But before we get started, we have a point of conversation only between the three of us. And the point of conversation today is in your home, in your upstairs bedroom, behind the back wall of your closet, you discover a secret room. And what amazing thing, Dr. Fat Packer, do you find in that secret room?
Well, I'm telling you, I'm in a rental house, so it's not like I've lived here my whole life.
Yeah.
And I discovered that door and I opened it up and I looked and I seen, wow, is all these photographs of past President John F. Kennedy all over the walls and everything. And I'm thinking, oh my God, was this like a hiding place for Oswald? Scared the heck out of me.
No, well, gosh, that's scary indeed. My gosh.
Yeah.
Homeless Charlie, you don't even have a home. You're visiting somebody else's home and you go upstairs and for some reason you go rummaging around in their closet and there's a secret room behind the back wall. You go in there and what amazing thing do you find?
Well, I'm pretty nosy. So when I walked into the room, I saw another door. So I walked out that door and I fell on the roof and landed on the ground.
Oh, ouch.
That's very strange indeed. Well, when I went into my closet and I discovered a secret room behind it, I went in and you know what amazing thing I saw?
I can hardly wait.
I saw Milton Berle making Mad Passionate Love with Betty White. That
Oh my goodness.
Dr. Fat Packer, tell us a joke.
Oh my goodness. Yeah. You know, speaking of the secret room thing, you know, when Homeless Charlie said about his, I remembered this old cat house that I used to go to, and they would walk through. And if you went to too many places there, the last door always opened up and you ended up outside. And there was a sign on the door that says, "You were just screwed by Madame Moselle."
Well, that's very descriptive indeed, my good fellow. Almost Charlie, tell us a joke.
Well, there was a mother and her 5-year-old son, and they were flying Air New Zealand
Yeah.
to Sydney. And the son turned to his mother and said, if big dogs have baby dogs and big cats have baby cats, why don't big planes have baby planes? And the mother couldn't think of an answer. So she said to go ask the flight attendant. Well, I went and asked the flight attendant. And she said, did your mother tell you to ask me that? And the boy said, yes, she did. And the flight attendant said, well then, please tell your mother that there are no baby planes because the Air New Zealand always pulls out on time. Go ask her to explain that to you.
Oh my goodness. You off color monster, you. So folks, I shall tell a G-rated joke. There's a news item about this grenade that exploded in a French kitchen. You know the result?
No.
Linoleum blown apart. How bad is that one?
Oh yeah, I guess.
But it wasn't dirty. Dr. Fat Packer, tell us a
That's
joke.
okay. I was watching the old Hollywood Squares shows last night, I found these 2 questions that Peter Marshall asked to Paul Lynde, and these were so funny. I thought they were great. Peter Marshall says, Fred Astaire says his mother has been trying to get him to do this since he was 35, but he hasn't done it and says he won't do it until he's ready. Do what? And Paul Lynde said, move out of the house. So then he asked him, he says, Elizabeth Taylor calls it the big one. What is it? And Paul Lynde goes, hey, they both look the same to me. Oh.
Okay.
Oh.
Are you done or you got one more?
Oh, I can do one more?
Do one more.
Boy, okay. So Peter Marshall says, Lana Turner recently said, I won't do it because I haven't stopped living my life by a long shot. What won't she do? And Paul Lynde says, the Merv Griffin show.
Yeah, and you got to be at least 65 to figure that one out, folks.
There you
But
go.
that's heavily our audience. Almost Charlie, tell us a joke.
Well, I was at a restaurant the other day and a woman with a salad walked past me in the restaurant and said, you know, a cow died so you could eat that beef burger. And I said, well, if you weren't eating its food, it might have lived.
Yeah. Well, there you go.
I thought
Wow.
for sure you said saddle.
This 95-year-old guy had a birthday and his family decided to pull a little trick on him. And they
Oh.
hired an exotic dancer to come to the surprise party for the 95-year-old guy. And the doorbell rang and the 95-year-old guy goes to the door, opens the door, and here's this naked young lady, and she screams out, super sex. And the old guy says, at my age, lady, I'll take the soup.
Very good.
Dr. Fatpacker.
Well, I overheard this couple at the bar the other day, and she was saying, statistics say that women think they are smarter than men because they can fake orgasms. And her date looked at her, he says, big deal. Men can fake whole relationships.
Oh, that was a savior. Thank you very much. Good
It's
one.
okay. It's the least I can do.
Yes, homeless Charlie, tell us a joke.
Well, here's something for all you guys out there. When a woman is mad, just tell her she is overreacting. She'll realize you're right and calm down immediately.
Yeah. So, is there more to that? Because
That's it.
oh, you need a psychologist or a therapist. That's what you need. Is it my turn? Oh, in Chicago,
Ooh.
there's 3 basic statements that you hear downtown every single day. The first one is
3, I'm good at
taxi,
trivia.
taxi. That's the first
Yeah.
one. And the second one is, excuse me, sir, but can you tell me the way to the stadium?
Ooh, okay.
And the third one is, oh, quiet down. It's only a flesh wound.
Ouch. Oh.
Dr. Fatpacker, tell us a joke.
Well, I'll tell you, every once in a while, I go over to the courthouse. You know, I know the judge there, so I go in sometimes and visit and that. While I'm there, I find that there's a pickpocket on trial there for a series of petty crimes, you know, and the judge said, Mr. Banks, you are hereby fined $100. And the lawyer stood up and said, thanks, my lord. However, my client only has $75 on him at this time. But if you allow him a few minutes in the crowd,
He can pay the entire damn fine.
that's right.
Okay, homeless Charlie, tell us a joke.
Well, here's a little tip for everybody. If you want
Ooh.
to save money at Christmas,
Yeah.
now is the perfect time to tell your kids that Santa did not make it through the pandemic.
Oh,
Ouch. Oh.
that would be perfect, but cruel.
Terrible.
Did you guys know that there's a housing shortage in Alaska?
Really?
Yes, all right. And it's a trendy thing, and it got out of control because the Eskimos are buying flavored syrup and they're pouring them all over their Eskimo, their igloos, and then they're eating their igloos. So it's a mess. It's
Or-
Oh, my goodness. No.
Dr. Fatpacker, last one.
Oh, very good. Well, in that case, I went to the Stanley Cup playoffs last year,
Yep.
you know,
Yep.
and as I went and sat down to my seat, I noticed that there was a empty seat next to me.
Yep.
And this other guy, I said to him, is this seat empty? And he goes, no. I said, that's incredible. Who in their right mind would have a seat like this for the Stanley Cup and not use it?
Wow.
And he goes, well, actually, the seat belongs to me. I was supposed to come with my wife, but she passed away.
Oh,
And I said, oh, I'm so sorry to hear that. That's terrible. Couldn't you find someone else, a friend or a relative or even a neighbor to take the seat? And he goes, well, no, they're all at the funeral.
oh. Oh, that's how sad that is indeed. Almost Charlie, last one.
Well, okay, listen to this. Imagine, if you will, if a woman had to orgasm in order to get pregnant by a man, there would be like 11 people in the world.
Okay, guys, last one for me is, what do you call a dinosaur when you mate it with a pig?
Pegasaur,
What?
Pegasaur.
No, a Jurassic pork, you dork. So anyway, this is the Comedy Thief. We're saying goodbye. It's been a pleasure. It's been wonderful. We'll see you next. Oh, wait a minute. I almost forgot.
Oh,
We invite a very famous person to be on our very next video. And
who's coming this week?
we are inviting Nancy Pelosi to be on our very next video. So Nancy, you've got 24 hours to check in at funnyoldguys@gmail.com. And if you don't check in, Nancy, guess what? We're going to put you in the trash bin. So you'll be our
There's still
celebrity,
hope then.
celebrity for our next video. So this is the Comedy Thief. We tell jokes. We make you laugh. And I'm saying goodbye. And I'm going to pass it along to Dr. Fatpacker for his farewell.
Well, auf Wiedersehen, everybody. And before you go, don't forget the 3 things. Big for us. Not so much for you, but big for us. So I want you to subscribe. All 3 of those, okay? Thank you very much.
And Homeless Charlie, say farewell to our gigantic, colossal audience.
Hey, goodbye to our gigantic,
Colossal?
big audience.
I thought for sure you were going to say coloscopy.
We're out of here. Everybody wave and say goodbye.
Oh,
We'll
I
see you
got to
next
wave
time.
now.
Everybody
Okay,
wave.
yeah. Cheers.